go ahead and listen to it and see if on balance there are any things that really need to be changed in terms of the interplay and balance that we might normally have had if we had been in the same room together, but now we have to make sure. And in a perfect world, one of the best things I can do is give myself reflective time later. So I do the mix, I put it away for half a day or a day, I come back and listen to it, and I think, oh yeah, that's great. Or how did I miss that? That seems woefully out. So even after I finish this little podcast, I may go back to this track and listen to it again and clean it up a little further in terms of balance and things. But let's see what we got from the top. So now I'm playing everything, everybody. Maybe I can bring up one point. I don't really need to clean up anything that Philip plays. Philip plays great, and if you play a note, if he plays a note, if I play a note that maybe isn't fully pronounced, that can be just the same way as we swallow and ghost things in a conversation. But let me show you something, because this is a tutorial here. Let's listen to how he plays this note. Boop. But we do this B flat here. Has a little turn to it, right? And that's not a mistake, frankly. I mean, it could be, I guess, a chipped note, but it sounds to me like a great ornament. So let me just show you. There's a B flat that doesn't have that ornament. Let's say that I wanted to replace this B flat with that B flat. I could probably do that. And I could, if I wanted to spend a whole lot of time, I could really do it well. But let's say there's a note, right? That's about the length of an upbeat eighth. Let me copy that. Just like you do in Word. I just hit Command-C in Apple. I could have gone over here and say copy, paste, etc. But I'm doing it with a shortcut. So I've copied that phrase. I'll show you visually up here. Copy. Great. So I've copied. Now, there's another one. I like that one. This one might be even a better one to copy because it's in the same kind of phrase. Right? And I could take two notes, but let's say I take one. So let's say I copy that one. Great. Now my goal is to put that one in over here and not change the time feel. And, you know, I could go through and find and sample even a better B flat somewhere. But watch what happens if I paste. I'll do it the first time over here just so you can see it. Otherwise, I'll use the keyboard shortcut. Notice what happens? I've just changed the time feel of everything past it because it was too big of a cutting area. So now I'm going to select a smaller area. Let's see what happens if I go. See, now it's moving less. Now it's moved the other way. So I'm expand the field. Whoa, now it barely moved. See, if I do this and I do this, everything to the right is staying pretty much right in place. So that tells me that this is a good place. Now, will that note sound good there? I don't know. This is just a grand experiment. Let's see what happens. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Even more clever. It was the wrong note. It was supposed to go over here. See? The joys of undo. So that seems to precede the F. So let's say I put this here. Can I paste what I have and not make anything else move? Well, it moved too far to the right, didn't it? So I'm going to select less. I think I need to try this. Yeah, I need to go more this way. Getting there. Went the other way. Now it's a fix. Now, will that sound good? Will I pick up a click? I don't know. Let's find out. Picked up a little bit of a click, but you can see perfectly in time, I erased the note. Everything else is still in time, right? Now if I undo that, and I am going to leave the original because it's beautiful, it's fine, it doesn't sound like a mistake to me anyway. It sounds like great, wonderfully played ornament. But you can see how you can copy and paste notes from one to the other if you need them badly. And yes, I picked up a little click, but there's a variety of ways I could avoid that if I wanted to spend the time. One is that I could blow up the frequency to a really big picture, and there are tools that allow me to smooth out these frequencies if there's a click. Another thing is I can, instead of trying to paste it in place, I could simply take that note, paste it into another track below it, and do a quick fade in, fade out of the notes without any cutting at all. And you probably wouldn't notice the interpolation of a note that I've copied down here in place of the note up here. So there's a variety of ways. But, you know, I'm not getting paid enough on my own project to do that stuff. Besides the fact that it sounds perfectly good. So let's go back to our original premise of looking for balance. I'm fine with all that. I could sleep on it and take another listen tomorrow, but initially I'm fine with all that, and I attribute that to Mr. Jones' great experience in the field, both as a player and as a player in the studio. Let's pick up from the end of my work here, going into his. So I'm getting the sense that maybe as we get into these trades, that now his signal is more than mine. It's very steady relatives, again, we attribute to his work, but in the sense of what I did and the way it works with my tracks, I think he might be a little too much for me at this point. Let's see. See, this all seems fine. I'm background to him. Let's see. Let's pick it up a little earlier. something radical. When I close my eyes and listen, I feel as though maybe taking a dB off or so of Mr. Jones at this point might be about right. Let's take 1.2 off. Relative to the rhythm section, more than me, even. Let's see what we got here. I'm liking the way it is here very much. I'm thinking maybe I can take another dB off of his sound, maybe around here. Let's just repeat amplify for the balance between us. See, to me it feels like we're sitting about the same distance from the viewer now. Cool. So I'm liking what I hear now. I feel like we're both, he and I are sitting about the same distance from the viewer.